Hmm. We'll see if we can get this to work. I've seen people having trouble with their lives today. Like they set a premiere, they set it to start, and then they start it, but it's in a different one. Anyway, hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Heyoka empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. Well, I'm always feeling something. Except when I meditate. That's why I love to meditate, because I don't really feel much when I meditate. I go to that no place space is what I call it when I meditate. This is what I'm looking for. I found what I'm looking for. I'm having kind of a rough day myself. Got a full moon in Cancer and all kinds of emotions. I'm just so emotional all the time, man. No wonder people freaking spend so much energy freaking avoiding emotions. They do. They spend a lot of, effort, energy, money, resources, and distracting themselves. I know I did for a long time, but universe stripped all that external stuff away from me so I can become aware, painfully aware. So, and there's nothing like, there's not like any impending doom. We got a letter that the Social Security office is going to call, and anytime I freaking have to deal with them, I get all nervous. Because all they have to do is somebody on the other end just not like your attitude, that's all it takes, and then freaking your benefits get cut. That's what the world has turned into. So, and they always give me a hard time because it's like, I guess it's like, how do you explain them? Like, she had a stroke when she was 38. She doesn't know this stuff, but I can't help her. It's just so stressful, and then I get mad at myself for not being able to put myself in a position to be able to support my mom and take care of my mother without the freaking little freaking crumbs that they hand out to her, so this is just all stuff you get to just not hang on to. You just get to not worry about. Don't let the stuff stress you out, So that, at least we got a week. We got a week. I freaking draw, like, because we just had to do this change of address thing. So I draw this, like, ants, like, the address, and which address is it? The P.O. box or the physical address? And she doesn't know either. It's just, oh my God, this... People that can't even fucking change their own car. Like, they like read off a script, They're not even real people. They're just people that have just always done what they're told. It's just, those people just annoy me. But society is run by them, Society is made for the people that just do what they're told. You do what you're told, you get rewards. It's always been like that. Just fall in line, you get rewards. You level up, you get rewards. I never cared about the rewards that they offered in leveling up, I've been thinking a lot about that thing that was going on, because Zach did a talk about the underwater volcano, and I was like, all the volcanoes I've tracked, they start erupting, and then there's like a live web cam on it. Just waiting for the activity. And isn't that interesting that it blew like that, and it looks just like all those test bombs that they've done for years and years since the 50s and 40s, 30s, 40s, 50s. We've been bombing our own country to practice bombing other people's country. It's not exercises or beta tests, see? It is so weird to me. Are people seeing it? Like the whole cycle to get people to, defend this country, defend this land from the all the threats against it. And there are more threats here to this country than there are any place out there. And then like every 19 years they create an event so they can freaking make their money. They can empty out their freaking arsenals. Their don't start whining, Benny. Don't start that whining stuff. And they empty out, so all the fat cats can get fatter, and it's just like, no, that doesn't happen. And that's what they've been doing, And I was like, I was in the last generation, and people are enlisting after me. I did 2000, 2006. I saw exactly the bullshit. I was like, as soon as I freaking, I saw that we attacked ourselves on 9/11, that we created that. And hey, it's all pageantry. It's all scripted. And how come there's no cameras on Fuji? How come there's no aftermath of the volcano? It just happened? Bullshit, man. That was like a directed energy weapon. That was a do. Directed energy weapon. Do. Now that they know that they can do it, they're going to start doing it all the time. I'm thinking, I'm in alignment with Crystal Time. I think they're going to do it in the Atlantic, and freaking, what do you call it? New York City's going to get freaking, because they had their dress rehearsal, Yeah. It's all scripted, man. It's all scripted. I was laying there trying to do my meditate state today, trying to get my, my body to calm down. Because it's a high pain today for me, and I did my workout and I did my stretches and just it's just a sucky day is all. And I'm looking out the window and I was like, man, I remember when the sun was yellow. I really do. I remember it hasn't been yellow for years and years. Yeah. What if somebody forgets to turn out the light bulb and that, change the light bulb and that? What are we gonna do? Oh. It's just so crazy, And people don't think that they're going to go to any lengths to freaking get people to be scared. That's what it's all about, is just to get people to get scared. They want people to get scared. If you're scared, you're stressed out. You're stressed out, you become unhealthy. You're stressed out, you eat. You spend more. You spend more money on retail therapy. You spend more money on food therapy. But how many people? Very few people are going within. That's the only place you're going to find a sanctuary, man. I've been looking my whole life for our tribe, our group, our whatever, And it's like, Mom, I'm just going to make a place for you and me. And if people want to come visit, that's cool too. But, I was listening to that Barbara McClintock lady today, and it's just like, I always been in the business of trying not to help people more than they're willing to help themselves. And I look around, I just don't see a whole lot of people that are just willing to put the whole lot of effort and hard work into making their situation better, I guess everybody's life is just wonderful and great, exactly how it is, and they don't understand. I mean, when you get older, like I was watching that Isabel Page, she did a talk. And she was like, oh my God, I thought I was going to die. We were without power for a couple days. And so she really got to go through it. She really got to, freaking test herself, More and more people are going to get their opportunity. Because these nut jobs that are freaking like they think that they're just, they think they're gods is what they are. Is they think that they're so powerful. And they've been successful so far, so maybe they are gods, right? They've been making all this bullshit happen year after year after year. I mean, every administration on this planet has the power to make it, heaven on earth, to make it a really comfortable place for everybody, and they just don't. It's because they're up to no good. It's because they don't want to. They like that suck, that life suck at the bottom, I heard Adrienne Elise talk about it today. She was talking about poverty consciousness. I'm like, no, dude, it's not poverty consciousness, man. I wish people would stop calling it poverty. It's just more of you freaking people need creature comforts and bullshit to make yourselves feel better. Some of us just can live within our basic need, we don't have to live above, I don't need a freaking $10,000 car to freaking make me feel like, and look at all the people that have like 200, 500, these obnoxious, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous what people put their energy into. It's just, I'm having a hard time wanting to participate in the world. I did go out to the coffee shop this morning and, there's just more to life. There's just more to life. I was realizing that the other day when I start getting really uncomfortable, I'm not surrendering to what God, my higher power wants me to be. I'm not surrendering. It's like I take my will back, because I do better when I get up and I have some place I need to be and assignments and measurable goals. All that, I do better under those circumstances. And I have been under those circumstances in quite some time, and I don't know. It's hard for me. It is. It is hard for me. And then what's even harder is not to get mad about it. That's just how it is, Marge. It's just how it is. It's just God's will now, but don't talk too much shit because then fucking God will punish me by freaking more bullshit. Right? Because I haven't been getting the rewards year after year after year. It's just comes in a different size package with a different wrapping, but it's all the same stink. Huh, Luna? Good girl. Hey, Luna, don't you pick on your brother. Luna. Splish Splash. I call her Splish Splash and Flip Flop because she gets so excited when she runs. Huh? She's a good girl. She said, I'm the boss, and I told them that I'm the boss of them, and they don't get to be the boss of me because they're stinky boys. They're stinky boys. Come here. Come here. She says, nope, I'm not in the mood. I was going to say, so yeah, I've had a hard time, sometimes when I want to take my will and do my drive and go out. But see, that's why I appreciate astrology so much. That's what I value astrology, because there's time that I need to go and there's time that I need to stay. And this is a stay within time. And I got all this energy and stuff. Sometimes I don't know what to do with it. So I do my exercises and I dance around. Mom didn't feel like doing a dance party today. She was freaking. And then I got annoyed because she didn't want to do it. But she was doing it, and then she was pouting, and then I got annoyed. So I was like, F it. I want to do this to freaking help keep you healthy. But if you don't care, why am I gonna? So have my own dance party by myself. What else? What else is going on in the world? Yeah, I did think that was really freaking interesting. It's like they made this big old deal, They made this big old deal about it, and then there's like, oh, there's not going to be any communication for weeks. For weeks is what they said. Sanctuary, a holy or sacred place, a building or room for religious worship. I like the last one. Protection from danger or difficult situation that is provided by a safe place. That's what I always wanted to be for people. Is a place like, hey man, you need a place to crash? Come on over. You got to get out of a situation. Come on over. That's all. Because I've been in those situations a lot. We had to bug out a lot. There were times that Mom got us up in the middle of the night and we had to bug out and get away because they were after us. And and that just having a place to go. It's not even like, it doesn't even have to be fancy. It's just like, especially after freaking traumatic events and stuff like that, to just have a nice freaking set of sheets to lay on, be able to take a hot shower and just more and more people are getting their chance to go through stuff, scary stuff, and people have an opportunity to be helpful to those, and they just, they don't take them. They don't take it. There's a lot of people that are perpetuating the story because they benefit. I think about it. How many people on my Facebook page? No wonder they ignore me. No wonder they're not paying any attention to what, when I talk shit about the fucking military industrial complex. Look how many freaking profit from it. Still profit, that I was in the Air Force with. One unfriended me. Hi, Jack. Don't say hi to Jack on the airplane. We were in Crete together. He unfriended me. But he's just that freaking, see, because he has an entirely different experience. See, because he's that white boy from Chicago on the good old boys club that always got the good assignments, that always got the, and doesn't matter how many stupid mistakes they made or anything like that, is that because they're a nice guy, they always got out of it. Yeah. Stuff, it's just all a club, He ended up in Colorado and this assignment, now he's in Las Vegas, all that, because so many people freaking benefit from it, and then they're done with their sitting in chairs and pencil whipping this and lazy that and collecting hazardous pay for this, that, and the other, and they do that for 20 years, and then it's like, their buddies, their bros that they made friends with are all out in the private sector, so they just move their bullshit all out to the private sector. But look how many, how many veterans are stepping up, going, I feel really bad. I became rich from killing people in other countries that we had no business in, and this is how I want to get back. No, a bunch of them are sitting on their fucking arsenals. They got freaking gun rooms full of freaking, rooms and safes full of guns in their houses, and they're sitting up on their hills, and they're just waiting for all hell to break loose, because it's every man for himself. And that's what this world has become. It's so weird. It's so weird. When I was a little kid, I never thought that because I remember people would get tickets and stuff like that for having their windows too dark, and now the police, they're all the freaking culprits and the varmin and stuff. It's just everything changed, the bullies. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think people really need to defund the police. Everybody can outrun them now. They got fat and lazy, but once they start buying their little robot dogs and shit like that, that'll be fun. Yeah, there's just always ways to counter that shit. They're all metal, just freaking magnetic. Every magnets freaking break shit. Magnets and what, So that'll just be interesting. My buddy Scott went to a welding shop in Omaha today, and he saw, and they were paneling up this SWAT truck, and it looked one that would look similar to the one that I saw in Oregon 5 years ago. That it's just this is what we pay for. We pay for fucking the top-notch freaking arsenal bullshit, so the people can kick our asses with it. It's fucking retarded. It's so stupid. My vote is to defund the politicians. That's what my vote is. They all suck, man. They're all lawyers and shit like that. Dude, they have no idea what it is to live like a real person. Doubtful they fucking do their own... They do everyday, normal, everyday things. Yet they designate millions and billions of dollars to freaking... And it never gets to the people. So... We get that they don't know what they're doing, so just stop paying politicians, stop paying these CEOs of utility companies and stuff like that. Stop paying them. Those are the ones that you need to stop paying for, and they're fucked because they're just not real smart. Dude, I've worked in a lot of companies. I've been around a lot of VPs and CEOs and shit like that. And they're not fucking smart, dude. They're not in the positions because of what they know. Maybe at one time they were, but that's not the world anymore. So my buddy Scott was at the welding shop in Sarpy County Sheriff Department, had one of these. They were having skirts put on it so you couldn't shoot out the tires. So this is a picture. Trying to Yeah. See, that's the shit. That's the thing. It's like you got these companies that make these big fucking trucks, and they're kind of, oh yeah, look, give me 8 of them. Give me 8, because I haven't seen my dick in 25 years, and so this is how we. This is how we maintain our masculinity, because as you see, the next generation, I don't know. There's not a whole. I mean, it's like male, female is. It's like they're becoming unisex. It's weird, and people think people like me would be favorable for that. No, I'm cool. I know I'm a female. I'm all female. I'm not trying to have an operation to make me different, because you know why? Maybe when I was like 5 or 6, I wanted to. I want to be a boy. I want to pee when I stand up, and plus, girls do boy stuff for boys all the time. They're always making their dinner and doing their laundry, and I want someone to do all that stuff for me too, right? Not anymore. No, so but what I come to realize is what you don't rectify, what lessons you don't learn to love who you are in this incarnation. You're just gonna get some more bullshit version of what you experienced, until you figure it out. So keep changing your sex, keep changing your keep doing it, do it. Next life, you know. Heck, maybe one day people won't even die anymore. They'll just freaking download your psyche, like your chip from your phone. They'll just put that into another body, and you can just go on, Because really, I mean, all people are is what they've Google searched, right? Isn't that all people are? Is every search they've ever done in Google? Every picture they've ever looked at? Every meme they've ever participated in? That's all we are, is a virtual stamp of what we're for or against. And I think it's hilarious how many people out there. I went to college for IT, right? And then I'm like, isn't that funny how many on Facebook and stuff, these questions that they ask, a lot of these questions that they're asking, a lot of these questions are answers to like freaking people's like security questions to shit and stuff like that. And they're just giving it away. They just give it to people. If people want your shit, they're going to take it. All this cyber threats and stuff like that. Really? I don't know. I know some people with guns, and there's always places to hunt, and there's always places to fish. And that's what it comes down to. What are people going to do when the power goes out? Because the power is going out for more and more people. More and more people are getting to experience what it's like to freaking, have some serious life-threatening struggles. Yeah. Yep. I'm ready for more community, man. More hands, less work, man. I'm getting tired. So. But here, the days are all the same. They are spraying shit in the sky. So it's supposed to snow like Thursday or something. It's like they spray heavy aluminums, and then like day 4 it's precipitation, but then it doesn't really happen. But it does on the mountain. Ski Mountain gets it. So how are things where you live? I'm just curious. I wonder what the real estate is like, because here is like more and more real estate every day. More and more places coming up for sale. More and more places, more and more places coming to here. And it's like all these people are rotating and moving around and stuff like that. But where they're going? Where are they going? Wonder where they're going. Where are they going to settle to? I wouldn't want to live anywhere near a freaking ocean right now. That's for sure. No. Nope, not at all. I'm really grateful that God brought us to New Mexico, huh, Ma? Yeah? So, of all the places. But, anyway. More and more people are getting people stripped away. Is that what's happening? I hear a lot of readers talking about that. More and more people, more things getting stripped away. I don't really have much left. I'm like, I thought, because of technology, like when I moved from Omaha to Oregon, that I got some really good friends. We'll keep in touch. It'll be all right. We'll keep in touch. And you know what? It didn't happen. And what I found out is I just think that I think that I thought more that we were better friends than they did. So they all, most of them got stripped. Most of them went to the wayside. They all went away, and they all think I'm crazy. Lost my. You know what's crazy? That I live in a society that, like, when I lived in Oregon, I couldn't have anybody. I couldn't find anybody to help me with the water thing, and my landlord was just so freaking hopped up on pills and strung out and drugs and stuff like that that she didn't give a shit. She didn't care, you know. Well, what do? Call this number. Go to this place. It's like it's always that forever chase the carrot, you know. But the bottom line is people don't like helping people. They really don't. And as you can see in the last couple years, this really has given people an opportunity to really show how ambitious they really are. Nope, don't want to catch a cold. Don't want to catch a cold. So everybody stay home and freaking work from home. Yeah, I was in IT for a long time, and when people, you can turn your stuff online, and it can show that you're active, you're online, and you know, but it doesn't mean you're doing your work. And there's a lot of companies that did that in the last year. A lot of people didn't do the work, but there's so many millions and billions of dollars and bailout money that these companies, all they had to do is apply for that. Then they became millionaires and billionaires too, so they didn't really give a shit if people did the work. But as we see as the country, you know, I've been talking about this for a few years. Once people get to be in there lazy. What is that? Universal law, object in motion, stay in motion? Yeah? A lot of people have gotten stagnant and stayed still, and people aren't doing the work. You see it every time you go to the grocery store. Oh, somebody didn't do the work. Somebody's not around to do the work. You know? You have like 2 people freaking unstocking in grocery stores, you know, and then you have like 2 registers open. I think people will come back to it. I'm pulling for it. I'm holding out. I got cynical, man. I did. I got cynical. I got freaking... If you're not too careful, you get pretty hard and jaded on this incarnation, man. You know, and a lot of it is, this is what I get. For a lot of years, I did the whole, I can do it. I can do it all by myself. It's all about myself. I can do it. I can do everything all by myself. And I became painfully independent. And the fact of it is I don't want to do stuff by myself. I don't want to live on this planet alone. I want to freaking be able to have people over, drink some coffee, you know, have some laughs, tell some stories, eat some good food, you know. Come up with some solutions to help people around get in a better way, you know, for those that want it, not for those that don't. There's plenty of people that don't. Just let them experience their incarnation and live and let live. And I ain't always good at that. I keep hearing about how, you can't judge. You're not supposed to judge people. I'm like, I make observations of behavior. Well, people do, you know, with what they do, that's on them, you know. But I know that when people freaking screw people over, they're not above screwing me over, you know. And I see people screw people over. You know, when I was younger, I used to hear people, you know, people that gossiped, people that would talk trash. You know, I made a point a long time ago, don't say stuff that about somebody that you are not willing to say, and I do not. But, you know, and I remember that a long time ago, I'd hear people talk up trash about other people, and I'd be like, you know what? Nothing is keeping them from talking trash about me, you know? So, anyway, it's just been one of those days. So... And it's not this, you know, this whole thing, it's going to be fine. It's it's one of those things that it's just like, if there's anything pending, like as soon as I wake up in the morning, my mind goes right to that. And I just don't want stuff that my mind is going to go right to just for me to worry about, you know, just more bullshit bureaucracy. But maybe one day, you know, it's not like I haven't tried, I should be getting my first wedding packet in the mail. I'm gonna do my first marriage ceremony. Yeah, so I'm gonna be one of the. I'm gonna be like a Chris. He got his on the back of a Rolling Stone magazine. Chris on what do you call it? Northern Exposure. That's what we've been watching. Mom watched Longmire today for a little while, but we switched it back up. It's just been kind of a day for me. Sometimes I feel like a tongue on a 9-volt battery. Do people know what 9-volt batteries are? Those little square ones with the 2 little round circles, positive, negative. When you were a kid, you could test them, make sure they were still good by touching them on your tongue. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like a 9-volt battery. A tongue on a 9-volt battery. Yeah. Or another one when energies are extra like this. I'll feel like I'm wearing my skin inside out. That's how sensitive I am to everything. That's not any fun. And you got to try harder. I'm like, how do these people do it? How do these people live their lives where they don't have to tell themselves that everything is going to be all right every second, every day, that you're okay? And those people that live like that, how do they not do stuff to make other people feel better? It's just weird to me. I did get a letter today from Jessie. Thanks, Jessie. I got it from Karen, KK the RN. She bought me dinner. Got a nice little note. She's from one female veteran to the next. I get too hard on people. I do. People have been hard on me for a long time, and I forget to be, soft and sweet to myself sometimes, So when I do that, sometimes that reflects on how I reflect into the world, Like this morning, freaking right off the bat, I got annoyed at freaking people that freaking these military members do 20 years, and it's just like, you suck, Uncle Dan. It's just, they're like, it's just, live and let live, Marge. Live and let live. Woo! Kind of releases you from the burdens of getting annoyed. And so all I can do is with what I got, share with what I got with others. All the while trying to balance and save money to find our forever home. So I don't want to move no more, man. I'm tired. Mom, you don't want to move no more. I got the whole bedroom full of totes and stuff that would have never been unpacked because we know we just got to go again. So anyway, that's what I'm focusing on. Everybody's focusing on the next chapter. I'm like, next chapter, I just want the security and safety of our own place that, and the guys at the coffee shop, again, they're like, I'll buy trace, just buy a trailer. You can get the land for cheap, but you got to freaking do all water and stuff like that. And I'm just like, anyway. Today we're healthy. Today's the only day we got. That's what it gets so hard. Cause I'm very good at staying in the present moment. I really am good at that. People can't stay in the present moment because things are coming. And things that I've learned lessons from the past. And that's how I, okay, Marge, you did this before. How did that work out? When this comes up in the future, don't do it like that. That's how I learn. That's how I take in accord what the planets are telling me and stuff. I don't let astrology rule my life. I just let it guide me. And there's days that you just don't go out. And there's planetary alignments that, you got these in your chart. I know people have gotten in plane crashes. They had these planetary alignments in their chart probably, So it's whatever, it's whatever. Life is all about what anybody and everybody can live with, And what we don't learn and the kindness that we don't contain and because I don't know, I got to give it away to keep it. That's the way I look at it. So for me, I got to Keep trying to be good-hearted and light-spirited and stuff like that, because if I'm not careful, the density and the heaviness of this earth, can really weigh you down. It's hard to watch how terrible and ugly people are to other people. Even from when they're time you're kids, man, kids can just be so mean, and those mean kids just grow up and they're mean adults. Everybody's just mean and sour, just waiting to go, But all the practitioners are talking about love and light and be love and light. I'm like, really? I guess we're going to need really big, grandiose examples of that, huh? Guess so. So, I think I ran my mouth long enough, about the 30-minute mark. It's just another weird day. There were clouds, though. Can't say that. I was like, Ma, remember when the sun was yellow? It's not yellow anymore, Ma. Okay. It's like white. It's weird. Whole world's getting weird. And yet there's so many people on the planet that are just new. Everything's normal. Everything's normal. It's like everything's great. Everything's normal. They're just living their own pockets. Maybe that's why God's in such a not in such a big hurry to give me, everything we want. Because maybe he's worried if I get whatever, everything we want, then maybe we'll stop being so inclined and willing to be so generous, huh?